Have you seen Anti-Rug Nation on YouTube? 12 videos. Oh, you know what? Whatever this little ignorant shippy, shitty shippy is doing, I don't care. You know? And I see that one of the, what is it? Was it Trog Nation or something went down on Twitter? Something to do with Trog Nation, or I don't know. Telling you because you should shut him down. Yeah, but what's the point? What's the point? You know, let's be honest, right? I mean, it's not the first moron who's tried to go after me on this app and make all kinds of threats towards me and, you know, threaten to exploit me and dox me and put my information out there. What? So what? He's all, you know, the idiot is putting out information that's on the dirty.com. It's like a forum that anybody can go, okay, and write anything they want to. So somebody could go there and write a piece on any of these morons that are targeting us on this application, and they won't be able to get it taken off. So if their pictures are posted on there, they're never going to get things taken off. But yet they're going to try to go, oh, I'm a victim if they get posted there. But when I got posted there, and it was 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, that's the information that Shitty Shippy is trying to use, right? And he's not the first one that's passed off the same lame, outdated, crappy, unfact-filled information, okay? I mean, really, he did it. Shitty did it. Nosy, Molise did it. I don't know how many people did it, but I'm still here, right? And I haven't lost my account, but they've lost their accounts, right? How many times? So I know I'm not doing anything wrong, and they're not the first ones that have posted me. Trust me, I have a crazy stalker. She's been stalking me for over 4 years now, and the woman is insane. She's gone after other people online, but I'm the one that she is totally obsessed with. Even according to my own police department, who I've had to call twice now to deal with the craziness that woman is. So, no, this guy doesn't bug me. So yeah, he doesn't bug me at all. He's not a threat. He's just like a little mosquito, you know. You just kind of slap it and it's gone. It's like, if you don't let it bother you, then Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying to you, Valor, that I know your other names, and I hope, and I didn't tell you that you should do it or not, but I hope that those other accounts that you were using, that maybe somehow you just thought, okay, look, what if somebody finds out who I really am? Will they actually look at this and say, why did they make all of these with this? You know what I mean? And if you're not that kind of a person, I suspect you're not, then, don't sink down to the level that these people expect you to sink down to. Through crap with Diddy, with that Diddy, that, Jared. Yeah, I went through crap with that guy, or he tried to put me through crap. He got Molise there to take away to try to contact my kid, and then she took a bunch of pictures off of my kid's wall of my grandkids and my family and stuff, and then she lied, and she tried to talk to my sister, and she claimed she did talk to my sister, but my sister says that never happened, that she shut her down. I went through hell, literally. They dragged my family through the mud. That's what happened. Dragged my family through the mud and dragged me through the mud. They put my house address out. My response was to get his I don't know what it was, his original Diddy, whatever it is, account, something, Diddy something or other. I got it shut down because of what he did to me. They're copycats with the anal names. All mine are gone though. Nothing comes back to me. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome though. I'm glad, okay? So I just want to tell you that I appreciate that, okay? I do. I appreciate that. I hope that I was able to explain it to you that if you go into somebody's broadcast, you don't know who's in the broadcast with you, and that might trigger somebody, from what they went through as a child, right? And so thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I've been through hell and back. I mean, that Elise chick last year, Angela Elise there, Molise, whole bunch of, was she the unicorn chick, Periscope Perry unicorn or whatever. I mean, she went so far as to make a broadcast and tell the people who were watching her broadcast to phone my police department where I live. She was in Texas. I'm in Canada. She told people to call my police department and tell them I was committing suicide. And 3 times I had the police come to my house on a Friday. And the 3rd time, the cop would not take no for an answer. And he was very, kind of not angry, but kind of like, what's going on? Like they're saying you're committing suicide. And I said, what do you mean? Well, how am I supposed to be doing this? Because apparently I was doing this on cam, okay, on here. And I said, how am I supposed to be doing this? And they go, well, you're supposed to be cutting your wrists. And I showed them both of my wrists. And I said, do these look like I've cut my wrists, right? I said, does that look like I've cut my wrists anywhere, And I showed him both my wrists, and he said, no. He says, it doesn't look like anything. And I explained, or tried to, about some stupid bitch who, and I, normally I save that word for myself because I am a babe in total control of herself. But, but sometimes you just got to use it, in a really bad way. And I told him about her, and I said that, she sits at home and she just broadcasts, and I mean, Perry Baker, like all of the crap, right? I said, this woman, this is the 3rd time, right? So the cop goes, okay, well, look, we're not going to come back anymore. So I don't know how many calls they got that day, but she did everything, man. They're crazy, these people. Well, at least, they really are crazy. But man, they have so many cracks in their glass houses. They try to pretend like they have these impeccable lives, and then you start finding all the cracks, and the things in there. Like, for instance, that Angela, that Elise chick there, she started dating her boyfriend, which she's still with now. They have like 3 kids together, but she started dating him when she was 15 years old. But he was 23. 15. Okay, 23 minus 15. How many years does that equal? Well, that's right. He was 8 years older than her. Plus, her mom's got a criminal conviction for like selling drugs and stuff. She got caught. She's in the newspapers. She just, there's so many things. And then that Jared dude, he was, Diddy. He was married to this beautiful chick, right? I mean, any guy would have been happy to be with her. But he screwed that up, he was dressing in drag every day to talk to people on the phone. Not on webcam, on the phone. That was his excuse. He had to get dressed in drag so he could talk to guys on the phone. But his wife ended up leaving him on Christmas Eve last year. She took the kids. She had to get an order of protection because, I guess he was violent, or there was a threat of violence. But I did see the actual court, the docket. So I did see that the charges were filed. or not charges, that they had an emergency order of protection. That was what she had. And then she had to go back to court. I guess you have to do it like 3 weeks later or something, 3 weeks or a month later. And she went back and he didn't even show up. Oh, yeah. So all of those people have cracks. You know what I mean? So it's up to us whether or not we let them bother us. That's insane. You're a veteran of troll stories. Wow. I know. Well, see, I don't. That's what I'm telling you, right? You know, these people don't matter, right? So it doesn't matter what people say about me online. It doesn't affect my offline life at all. You know? And that's why I'm not afraid to come out with my real name. You know, I'm here. Now on, I'm trolling the trolls and shit, especially. Yeah, but you know what? Why? Really, if you ask, I mean, if it's something that you're into, I guess you have a lot of spare time. I guess that's good. You know. Oh, oh. So what you're saying is you're going to be a good troll. All right. Okay, I agree with that then. All right, I'm all for positive trolls. But I do appreciate what you did, okay? I want to say that. I know who you are in the sense that what your other screen names were, and I've moved on from that, you know, and I'm glad you didn't have to do what you've done, you know, but I appreciate that. So you don't like the what? I don't know the fucking guy, dudes. That's unfair. I think he's really obsessed with me, apparently. There's a whole bunch of videos online people are telling me about, but you know, do I look phased? I think if you really look at it, you know, hey, I guess if I've, you know, given him some content so he's getting some numbers, that's good. That's really good. I'm happy for him, you know. All the power to him. It's a shame that the shitty ship can't just, you know, call himself his real name. I mean, he doesn't. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, no, the shitty ship is coming after me. Oh, no, run, Wanda, run. Hide. I didn't care about the dude last week, and I won't care about him this week coming up. So who cares? You know, the people who care about the dude, well, that's good for you. Go on and care for him, you know, go and rub his dick a little bit for him, you know, morning, noon, and night, you know, give him a blowjob if that's what he desires, you know, go and do whatever you need to do. I don't care. And the fact that he is so obsessed with me making all these YouTube videos and shit, it just makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. And he keeps getting these little bitty people to come in here and go, oh, so you don't like the shipped? You don't like the shipped? What? Is that what is it, like the Donald? You don't like the Donald? Good God. I think it's funny. What? How can I make videos? I've been out of my damn house, okay? And when I've been home, I've been sitting around with my 2.5-year-old great niece, and there's no fucking way that I have enough fucking time to do any videos, okay? Somebody came in here earlier and said there's like 12 videos or some shit that's up on, what is it, YouTube? And something about, I don't know, something to do with ruby slippers. Whatever ruby slippers are. I mean, the only ones I know about are the ones that Dorothy wears. That's it. You know, there was another situation in the summer last year. I was camping with my grandchildren, where there was no Wi-Fi. There was nothing. There's no electricity, okay? We're in the middle of the bushes, okay? We came out of the middle of the bushes after 3 or 4 days being there, right? No Wi-Fi, no nothing, no accessing the internet. And I came back into town and I got a message from this chick named Brandy, 1972, asking me why I made a video. And I was apparently I went into her private video, which I was invited into. And then she could hear my birds chirping in the background because apparently I recorded she made all kinds of claims. She said that I recorded some video that she had done and she knew it was me because she heard birds in the background. And I was like, what? I haven't even been in town. I've been off the grid, you know? And I got blamed for that too. I'm like, whatever. No sweat off my ass. I don't give a damn because, yeah, I don't know you. I didn't know you online, you know? There are people online that I actually like and I respect and I trust. Rose is one of those people, and I don't say that a lot.